Hello, and welcome to our second edition of Kids Count in Mountainside, the video club that presents all that's happening in our school district. In today's segment, we will feature sports updates, interviews, information on upcoming events, and helpful material for your families to consider. We hope you enjoy our presentation and find it informative as well as entertaining.
Once again, the students of Mountainside were exposed to valuable lessons during the annual Drug Prevention Week. A variety of age-appropriate activities were scheduled in both schools. Posters were made in art class, pledge banners were hung for students to sign to show their commitment to remain drug, alcohol, and tobacco-free. The week, which began with a balloon launch for 1st through 5th graders, emphasized that students should find strength as a group. All students received Red Ribbon Week bracelets, which they encouraged to wear all week. Tuesday's theme was Band Together Against Drugs, Alcohol, and Tobacco. Everyone was asked to wear bandanas to school, while special guest speakers spoke to 7th and 8th graders, describing the effect abuses of drugs and alcohol had on their lives. Grade 2 through 4 read Red Ribbon, a story of hope. Beechwood classes made a paper chain linking all classes together. Wednesday was Reach Out Day. Each student was asked to say something positive or kind to 3 other students. We enjoyed red apples during lunch as a reminder that an apple a day helps keep drugs away and alcohol away. Kindergartners at Beechwood and the Ecology Club at Deerfield planted tulips in memory of Enrique Kiki Camarena, who gave his life in the battle against drugs. Students in 1st, 3rd, and 4th grade made signs for public trash cans saying, "Drugs, alcohol, and tobacco are trash." The week continued with Stick to Drugs Day on Thursday. Everyone wrote their favorite activity on a name badge that they wore for the day to remind them that this would be the first thing you lose if you pick up drugs or a drink. And finally, on Friday, students were asked to wear as much red as possible to school.
Good morning. Every year since 1977, smokers across America take part in the American Cancer Society Great American Smokeout by smoking less or quitting for a day. This year, the Great American Smokeout is today, Thursday, November 16th. The event challenges people to stop using tobacco in cigarettes, cigars, pipes, and chewing tobacco by emphasizing how dangerous these products are to a person's good health. Tobacco, when smoked or chewed, releases 4,000 chemicals and tar into the body, causing damage to the tissues and organs of the digestive system, the respiratory system, and the circulatory system. The American Cancer Society offers suggestions on quitting for good. Quitting tobacco use can, over time, reverse some of the damage done to the body. Visit the American Cancer Society website, www.cancer.org, for more information about the event and information about quitting tobacco use forever. Thank you.
Student Council works throughout the year providing service to the school community as well as the community of Mountainside and the surrounding towns. Brennan DeLandro, this year's Students Council's Vice President, will now tell you about some of the worthwhile projects this year's group has already worked to accomplish.
October 13th marked the end of our annual magazine sale. We'll use the profit made to benefit our schools, the community, and other worthy causes. Each homeroom at Deerfield continues to collect aluminum tabs from soda cans. At the end of the year, these tabs are donated to Ronald McDonald House, where they are sold for cash. Ronald McDonald House helps the families of seriously sick children by giving them a place to live while the children are still in the hospital. To keep interest high in this project this year, Student Council is offering a prize at the end of each marking period to the homeroom with the most tabs. Following Halloween, we once again collected leftover candy and gently used coats. Thanks to the generosity of families in Beechwood and Deerfield, over 50 pounds of candy and many coats were donated to St. Joseph's Social Service Center in Elizabeth. Thank you so much to all who participated. The holidays are just around the corner. Soon we'll be setting up our annual mitten trees. Keep an eye out for sales on hats, scarves, mittens, and gloves. These items will also be donated to St. Joseph's. Once again, thanks to everyone for their continued support. Student Council could not have accomplished that without you.
Sports play an important role in the extracurricular activities provided at Deerfield School. When asked how the fall season progressed, Ms. Alcori stated the girls' tennis team ended its season with an 0-5 record. The girls worked hard to make incredible progress from the beginning of the season to the end. I look forward to working with these girls next season and all of the incoming 6th graders. We then tracked down Mr. McCarrick to learn how the boys' soccer season ended. We were told that the season could be considered perfect because they won 8, lost 8, and tied 1. Some coaches might only regard a season perfect if there were no losses, but Mr. McCarrick has a unique and very sportsmanlike perspective. Deerfield girls field hockey enjoyed a 6-4-2 season, and Coach Maxwell will miss her 8th graders. Natalie Condrillo, Katie Yatsis, Karen Villatoro, Alexa Rocha, Brianna Spadaccini, Katerina Stankoff, and Jessie Klein. Mr. Bento, the girls' soccer coach, didn't feel that his team was equipped to outscore any other, but did they ever surprise him? They finished up winning 9 out of their 14 games, losing only 4 and tying 1. Way to go, girls. Each year, the PTA starts the holiday season off right by providing the children with a wonderful experience. The children come to the Deerfield gym and create gifts for all the friends and family on their gift-giving list. The finished products are so awesome and so appreciative by those who receive them because they were made with love, not just bought with money. This year's holiday craft fair will be held on Saturday, December 2nd from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. This is a wonderful community service, and if you have the free time, why not volunteer to lend a hand? Interested volunteers should please contact Stacy Nick by November 17th by internet at stacynick112@yahoo.com.
Now we'd like to present a clip from the play for everyone to enjoy it again or demonstrate the talent involved for anyone unfortunate enough to have missed the live performance. Deerfield's wonderful production of Oklahoma. Miss Marafi, Miss Murad, the cast and crew presented an entertaining evening for all to enjoy. Kids Count interviewed Diane Gelati, who played Laura Williams, a farm girl. Here's that interview.
Welcome to Kids Count on Mountainside, Diane. I understand that you had a lead in Deerfield's production of Oklahoma. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was the auditioning process like?
Well, first you had to sign up to audition in Miss Marafi's room, and then when it came the day to audition, you were called in with another person on the list into the room, and you both sang Farmer and the Cowman, one of the songs, together. And depending on what part you were auditioning for, you each sang a little bit of a solo.
How much time did you have to devote to rehearsals?
Well, during the beginning, like right after the auditions had taken place, there were maybe 3 or 4 rehearsals per week, and they each lasted about an hour and a half. But then as the play got nearer and nearer, we started to have more rehearsals, and they started to be longer, and we were doing more at a time.
Did the rehearsal time make it difficult for you to keep up with your schoolwork?
It did in some ways, because I definitely had less time to study and do homework, but it was worth it, I guess.
Would it be possible to be a member of the cast and play on one of the fall sports teams?
No, I really don't think so, because there's practice for the fall sports teams every day, or so I've heard, and then there's rehearsal nearly every day also, so it would be too much of a conflict.
You sang during the play, right?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever taken voice lessons?
Actually, no, I've never had voice lessons before.
Which one was your favorite song during the play?
I really liked Many a New Day because it was just so much fun to do, because it was a really fun song, and I got to sing with the girls too.
Do you think that cast members from here that perform at Deerfield, do you think that they'll go up to high school and be good performers up there?
I think some of the cast members are definitely really talented, and I think they should audition for the plays up at the high school, and I think it would be fun for me to try that too.
So you're going to plan on doing it too?
Yeah.
A production like this takes time and effort on the part of the students. I'm sure you'd agree that the plays would not be possible without the adults who make it all happen.
Oh, absolutely not. There were so many adults, especially the last week of rehearsals when we had 3-hour dress rehearsals every night. There was just so many moms. They were helping out with the costumes and getting the props in the right place. And Mr. DeVico, Miss Marafi, and everybody too.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to Mrs. Marafi, Mrs. Murad, or Mr. DeVico?
To Miss Marafi, she made this play really come together. I mean, as strict as she was with us, it was just because she wanted us to succeed. And Miss Murad, she just was such a great coach, especially backstage. She'd remind me of a little thing I was supposed to do. And Mr. DeVico, he just did a beautiful job with these sets.
Thank you so much for answering our questions. We enjoyed you in the play as well as speaking with us today. Good luck in all of your future projects.
Thank you.
This year, the students in Miss Bro's class are doubly fortunate. Not only do they have one great teacher, they have 2. Mrs. Kim DeStasso has been assigned here to do her student teaching, so we decided it would be fun to talk to both of these educators together.
Hi, we're here with Miss Brost and Miss DeStasso. Miss Brost is a 4th grade teacher here at Deerfield School, and Miss DeStasso is Miss Brost's student teacher. Miss Brost, what is it like having a student teacher share your classroom?
It's great, TJ. We've been able to do a lot of things that I wouldn't be able to do by myself. We can experiment with new creative ideas, and the children really love Mrs. DeStasso. She's doing a great job.
Is it difficult for your students to have 2 different teachers at the same time?
I don't think it's difficult. We are able to do a lot of different things. We've got a lot of creative ideas. The students get their questions answered more quickly, and we can do small group things. We can have a lot of different activities going on around the classroom at the same time.
Would you like to do this again?
If I could have Mrs. DeStasso every semester, it would be the greatest thing that ever happened.
So how has your student-teacher experience been so far?
It's been phenomenal. The kids are great. The staff is very dedicated. The school is so nice. It's been just a terrific experience. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Do you think student teaching is necessary to do before you become an actual classroom teacher?
I actually think it is necessary. It helps get you very familiar with the different routines and get involved with the students and see what works and what you'd like to improve upon. I think definitely yes.
I'm sure you've learned a lot from being with fourth grade. Is there anything about teaching that came as a surprise to you?
I'd have to say the biggest surprise is that the day goes so fast, and you hope to get so much more put into that couple of hours during the day, and you wish that it could be longer. So my biggest surprise is how fast the time goes by.
Is fourth grade the grade you would like to teach?
I think fourth grade is awesome. I actually like all the elementary levels, but fourth grade, big favorite of mine.
Is fourth grade planning anything new and exciting this year?
Well, there are always exciting things going on in fourth grade. We've got a new science program this year. We've got a lot of experiments that are happening, a lot of different and exciting things that the students are getting involved in. We are always doing something interesting in math with our everyday math program. We've done a lot of writing and language arts. In social studies right now we're learning about the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, the 3 branches of the federal government. And on top of that, we're doing some other projects. In fact, the students will soon be getting into something where they get to do a piece of writing and share it with friends that I have in other classrooms around the world over the internet.
Any advice or suggestions for the future fourth grade future teachers watching our show?
Advice or suggestions for teachers? As Mrs. DeStasso said, the clock does move very quickly, so keep an eye on the clock for your lessons. Make sure that the children are enjoying themselves and everyone's comfortable in the classroom, and it should be a very good time.
Last month, one of our student reporters met with Miss Kim Schwartz, the latest addition to our fourth grade staff. This interview continues our practice of allowing our viewers to learn a little about the faculty at Deerfield.
We would like to introduce Miss Kim Schwartz of Deerfield's faculty to anyone who has not yet met her. Welcome, Miss Schwartz, and how are you enjoying your year so far at Mountainside?
I'm actually having a great year. I love the students and I love the faculty, administration, everyone here is so nice.
That's good. Well, we're glad to have you with us. Is this your first experience teaching? If not, where else have you taught?
This is not my first experience teaching. I taught at Bedminster Elementary School for 5 years before I came over to Mountainside, and I taught 3rd grade over there.
You teach 4th grade, is that correct?
I do teach 4th grade.
Is this grade level your first choice?
I love all the grade levels. I really love to teach 3rd grade, and I'm really enjoying teaching 4th grade.
What was your favorite subject in middle school?
My favorite subject in middle school was probably writing. I love to write, and I love to make my students write a lot.
What about your least?
I love school altogether. I didn't really have a least favorite subject.
Does it make it hard for you to teach lessons that you didn't like?
I pretty much like all the lessons I teach. I love teaching math because I love to use the manipulatives with the children, and I love to watch them learn.
If we asked you to briefly describe your experience here at Deerfield this first year, what would you say?
So far, I would say it's really exciting. The parents have been so nice to me, the students are so kind, and the staff has been really, really great.
Thanks so much for sharing that with us. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. We hope you continue to enjoy your tech adventure here in Mountainside.
Thank you.
Mountainside has experienced yet another change to our district's administrative board. One of our Kids Count commentators recently spent some time with Mr. Conroy, getting to know him. What follows are the results of that interview.
Hello, Mr. Conroy. It's nice to meet you. We're so glad you're available to be interviewed by Kids Count Mountainside.
Thank you so much for having me here.
May we begin?
Absolutely.
Please tell us about your family. We've heard that you and your wife have a brand new baby.
Yes, thank you. We just had a recent addition to our family. We have a new baby, Joseph. He will be 2 months old this week, actually on Thanksgiving Day, and he's doing great. It's a big adjustment for us. It's our first child, so we're having a little bit of difficulty transitioning into that, not sleeping a lot, but it's been really great. Thanks.
Well, congratulations. It sounds like fatherhood agrees with you. What do you like to do outside of school other than take care of that baby? Is that it?
Well, he is taking up a lot of our time right now, but I love to do a lot of landscaping around my house, and I love to play a lot of different sports. Like to play golf a lot and things like that, but mainly when I'm home now, if I'm not taking care of the baby, I'm usually outside doing some type of landscape project around the house.
What was your experience before coming to Mountainside? Why did you leave?
I was a principal in 2 other districts. I used to be a principal of a K-5 school in West Caldwell, New Jersey, a small school, kind of like Beechwood. And then I was the principal of a grades 3, 4, and 5 school up in Kinnelon, which is in Morris County. And the schools were a little too big for me. I like smaller schools, and I like the chance to get to work with teachers and with kids a little bit more, and that wasn't something I was really able to do where I was. So, and I also wanted to get a little bit more involved in curriculum. So this was a great opportunity where I could still sit and be the assistant principal and work with the kids, and I have also time to work with the teachers as well.
Was it a big change from like your old school coming to Beechwood now?
Yeah, pretty much. It was because in Beechwood we only have just about 260 children. In my other school, I had just about 700.
Wow.
So it is a big difference, but it's great.
Well, would you explain the duties of your new position to us?
Sure. I am the assistant principal, which means that I help out Dr. O'Malley with the day-to-day, pretty much the day-to-day operations of the school and working with the kids and working with the teachers. And I also am the curriculum coordinator, so we do have a lot of curriculum projects that we're working on and always trying to redo different programs to make things better for the students. And that's really what my job is about, trying to help everyone make our programs a little bit better.
What's your favorite thing about your job?
I guess the favorite thing about my job is that I get to work in such a great community and with just some really great people, teachers, parents, and kids. It's a lot of fun to be able to watch the kids and watch the teachers grow and progress and hopefully with things that you did. So if there are programs that I know about or programs that I've had an opportunity to participate in, and I can bring that here and it really makes a nice difference in the town and in the district. It's a good feeling.
Are there any projects that you're currently working on that you could tell us about?
I actually just, with the Professional Development Committee, which is comprised of 2 teachers here at Deerfield and 2 teachers over at Beechwood and myself, we just worked on the local Professional Development Committee program that we have to put into the State Department for their approval. And we're also working on our mentoring program as well, which is where we match up a newer teacher with a teacher that's been here for a while and help them, get a little bit better acquainted as being a newer teacher. We also have a lot of new initiatives this year. We're working on writing, as I'm sure that you know of, being in class, and we have a new science program as well. So we're keeping busy, and we have a lot of things coming up that we're excited about also.
Wow, sounds like your job's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Beechwood has students from the age of 4 to about 8. What do you think is most important for kids of that age to know?
That's a good question. Wow. I think the most important thing is really developing a sense of self. And for them, it's hard because they're used to not going to school all day when they come into kindergarten, and that's a big transition for them. So it's really about...
Call 210, Mrs. Piana, 210.
It's really about being, for me, them understanding what it is to be a good school citizen and to really be able to adapt to a different environment and really get a good basis of understanding what it is to be in school so that when they do make a transition to Deerfield that it is much easier for them.
Does the current curriculum at Beechwood cover those topics, or can we expect more major changes taking place?
I don't know about major changes. That's something that we have to decide on as a group. I would really like to work with the teachers a lot and with Dr. O'Malley and with the Board of Education. And even getting input from the parents and students to find out where it is that they would like to see the district go and what are some opportunities and programs that we could bring here to really make this an even better district than it already is.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Conroy. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. We're sure that all of our viewers have a clear picture of what you do.
Well, that concludes our show for today. We hope that you were entertained as well as informed, and we look forward to December when we will bring you yet another edition of Kids Count in Mountainside.